story of one heroic drummer who set out to save the world from chaos. With power-filled, insane drum fills, and 3 squeaky animals named I ate my own umbilical cord, Caps and Coconut, and Mr. Salmon Sweat with panties. He would travel all over the world and would face unbelievable adversity because his beat couldn't beat because of his... And the sound of his drums provoked the holy. But he would rise above all this because he is Kalles World Tour!
Hi everyone, I'm Kalle Mathisen, and this is Kalles Cowbells. I have a one-man band called Kalles World Tour, which you probably know by now when you're listening to this YouTube podcast. If you don't, try to search Kalles World Tour on YouTube and you can see what I'm doing. I'm a crazy musician playing drums, loop station, and bass. I am mainly a drummer, but I also try to sing and play bass. In this podcast, I will try to show you that when opposites meet, beautiful music will appear. You are wondering, why is he talking English? It's because it's a world tour. I am from Denmark. I'm a Danish musician. I'm one of the last Vikings of the world. So now I'm going to conquer the world. And of course, I have to speak English. And my English is bad, but hey, you will survive. You will survive. Maybe you will. Or otherwise, you can just go somewhere else. Of course you can. The internet is infinite with possibilities. You know that by now. But this podcast is special because I will take music that is each other's opposite, put it together, and make beautiful music. What is he talking about? I can show you by playing some music from my latest record. This song is death metal combined with children's music. It's a song called Diggy 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 Dick. And it's a new musical style which I've invented called Childrentel. Children's music combined with death metal, Childrentel. And this is a brand new podcast, and I've made a radio for the Danish 24/7 channel, which is all over Denmark. And it was called Weekend Sax. And I did that for some months, and it was really fun where I played also the same kind of music, like opposites meet and beautiful music appears live in the studio. And I took a break, but then I played a gig in Kalles, Denmark, like a week ago. And then I always ask people what they want to hear, and at that gig, some people said they want to hear punk, the Dead Kennedys, and I said, what is their opposite? And some people shouted Wham! And then I played that song, and it actually went really well. But then when I drove home, I was thinking about combining Wham! With Green Day. And I did it, and you're gonna hear the song now. And this song is why I'm doing this podcast, because suddenly I wanted to do it again. To do the mashups that are impossible. So now you're gonna hear the song that I invented from Kalles back to Copenhagen while I was drunk and driving at the same time. This song came out. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about everything and nothing all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. But I'm your baby and you're my fool. It makes me angry when you act so cool. Come on baby, let's not fight. We'll take Prozac and everything will be alright. Wake me up before I go loco, cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before I go loco, cause I don't wanna miss you when you hear that high. Wake me up before I go loco, 'cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before I go loco. Give me Prozac tonight. Yeah. That's it. But the beautiful thing when you... I think the biggest truth of mankind lies in between black and white, in between hate and fear. In the middle, you know, opposites attract, and when they have sex, the truth comes out of it. When you combine Wham with Green Day, suddenly the lyrics tell you that maybe all depression comes out of feeling abandoned. The feeling of everybody else is having a party, but I'm not a part of it. I really think maybe 90% of all depression comes out of that. And maybe it's not a big truth for you, but it was a big truth for me when I was driving home from Kalles and the two songs came together. And suddenly I understood why the Danish people have always been voted the most happy people of the world, but we are super depressed. We are all on Prozac. And I think that's because the whole country as a whole is feeling abandoned. Like nobody gets us. Nobody gets our humor, that's for sure. When we tried with some global Mohammed drawings, that didn't go well. So that's why that's the answer to a lot of things. That thing with the Wham and Green Day. Okay, after that I went home and went to Facebook and asked people a lot of questions because I wanted to do some more mashups. And today is a electric bass extravaganza. There are no drums today. It's only bass, vocals, and loop station. So I'm looping the bass, playing the bass. I want to do a hymn to bass, to electric bass. So and if you see me on the internet, I always play drums. So this is pretty strange, but yeah, I think it's also cool. So I was thinking about what kind of music is important with bass. And the first band I thought of was Earth, Wind and Fire. Because it's so super groovy and super dance-like, and the bass is really important in that music. So I asked people on Facebook, what is Earth, Wind and Fire's opposite? And there was a lot of different things, but the thing that stood out the most was a girl, I think, said Iron Maiden. So now you're gonna hear Earth, Wind and Fire combined with Iron Maiden. Let's groove tonight and share the bass, alright. Let's groove tonight. Tell me why I have to be a groove slave. I don't wanna die, I'm a god, why can't I live on? When the life giver dies, all around it lays to waste. In my last hour, I'm a slave to the power of groove. You remember the 21st night of September, when we would run to the hills, run for your life. I say that you remember my smelly feet when they would run to the hills, run for your life. Yeah. Dance, the boogie wonderland. Ha ha ha. Dance, the boogie wonderland. as you can hear, I'm playing a 6-string bass, and by now, if you're watching YouTube, you can now see a picture of me holding the 6-string bass, so you can see how that looks like. You can play really deep notes and high notes, and it can also play chords. And I'm using the loop station. Everything is live. I'm singing and looping the bass. And there's a video underneath here where you can see how the loop station works, so you can get like a picture of what's happening. Okay, and then I thought about who is the best bass player to ever have lived or walked the earth. And there's of course a lot of different opinions on that one, but my opinion is that it's Jaco Pastorius. So the next thing I did was I asked people on Facebook, who is Jaco Pastorius' opposite? And again, a lot of good things came out. Celine Dion was one of them, and that's that's a good one. And then people talked a lot about Danish schlager music, dance top music, like Danish pop music. We Danes, we have for a long time copied the German schlager music and like copy pasted it and just done it worse than the Germans. And then a guy said, "What about Flemming Bamse Jørgensen?" And that is a Danish bass player who died. But when he lived, he was a really good singer, and he played the bass. And I always said that Flemming Bamse Jørgensen is Danmarks fedeste bassist. That's one for the Danes. And so it's obvious that I now have to play Jaco Pastorius meets Celine Dion and Flemming Bamse Jørgensen. Flemming Bamse Jørgensen is in the house. I en lille båd, der gynger, sidder jeg og synger, mens den går ned for det Titanic. Synger om de ting, der giver livet værdi. Men jeg kan godt gå på vandet, og jeg kan så meget andet. Jeg kan føle mig glad, og jeg kan føle mig fri. Meget fri. Fordi jeg går rundt med numsen bare hurra. 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 Okay. If you've listened to the whole thing and you think you're gonna listen it through to the end, you can now be a part of a quiz where you can win one of the legendary Kalles World Tour CDs with a lot of mashups. Children's, as you heard before, death metal combined with children's music, and a lot of other things. Also hip-hop meeting classical music. Classic hop is that music style. And Tom Waits meeting Kraftwerk, a new style called Waitwerk. That's what it's called. You can win that CD if you listen to the end of this podcast and tell me all the songs that I've played here, all the freaking songs. If you can name them all, there are like, I think 3 Iron Maiden songs, like 2 Earth, Wind and Fire or something. I haven't done the list myself, but I will do it after this. And if you can write me on Facebook, and the first that writes me on Facebook, find Kalles World Tour Facebook page and write the answer there. List it all, and the first one who writes them all wins the CD. If you don't want to go on Facebook, you can also write on kallesworldtour@yahoo.com. kallesworldtour@yahoo.com, my email address, and you can write the answer there. But I need all the freaking songs I've used. I need the song name and the artist, of course. So yeah, if you want to win one of those legendary CDs, do that. There's also another quiz. There are 2 quizzes. And the other quiz is a cowbell quiz. We all know the cowbell and love the cowbell. It's like the strange, nerdy kid from your school who always was speaking in tongues in the classroom. That's what the cowbell is in music. So I really love it because I was the nerdy kid in the school. So the cowbell is me. I'm now gonna play a song on the cowbell, on a lot of cowbells actually. And if you can hear what the song is, you can write cowbell in the on Facebook and the answer, or email with cowbell and the answer. And you can also win a CD. And again, the first who writes wins. Which song is this? More cowbell to the people and the world. And to cows, maybe also. Another guy who really made a lot of music where bass is really important is Stevie Wonder. And the reason that I want to bring him in this crazy, strange thing, is because when you're talking about electric bass, you have to talk about walking bass. Walking bass is this. And Stevie made a song where it sounds like walking bass, but it's super funky. And then I asked people on Facebook again, what is Stevie Wonder's opposite? And again, a lot of good answers. But the thing that I took out was Alice Cooper. Not the thing, the guy, the man. Alice Cooper, the heavy rock singer. So, and James Last, the German big band Schlager musician. So now you're gonna hear Stevie Wonder combined with Alice Cooper and James Last. Very superstitious, the writings on the blackboard. Very superstitious, the writings on the blackboard. School's out this summer. Yeah, school's out this summer. 'Cause wisdom is poison. Yeah, it's poison running through my veins. It You have it in your veins. You. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, baby. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over. I wish those days. I wish those days. You know it, James Last in the radio. You and me with poison in our veins. Check it out. Yeehaw! Ja, hier in Deutschland haben wir auch eine blinde Sanger. Und der heißt Heino. Das ist super. Alright, stop that shit. Let's go back to Stevie. You can also write me on Facebook or the email. Find Kalles World Tour on Facebook, the Kalles World Tour Facebook page. Write me there, or write an email to kallesworldtour@yahoo.com. If you have a really good idea, like you really want to hear how it sounds when Kate Bush is getting hammered by I don't know what, Saxon maybe, or Pink Floyd. I don't know. It's up to you. Send me an email and I'll try to do it. You can also write me if you really need a song that is for you. If you just got engaged to your girlfriend, or you're getting a round birthday. If you're getting 50 or 40 or 30 or 20 or something. If you really need a song that is celebrating you, I can write a song for you. But write a few words that describes you and what I have to sing about. And how the style of music should be, so you become happy. Do that on my email or Facebook. Okay, and this has been the first Kalles Cowbells podcast, and I really think it went well. So there will be another one soon, maybe in 14 days, 2 weeks, and the next one is gonna be drums extravaganza, a lot of drums. So already now you can start to think about. Who is Phil Collins opposite, or Animal from Muppet Show? What would sound fantastic combined with him? I hope you understand my really childish English, but yeah. In school, I never paid attention to English lessons. I was always drumming on the table, so that's why it sounds strange. I'm gonna end off with the best song ever written in my book. And that is John Williams' Darth Vader theme from Star Wars. I love it. I think it's so powerful, and it gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. And that's a pretty good thing to be able to do. But then I think that's the best song ever. But what do you think is the best song ever? And I checked out a lot of the greatest songs ever charts. And there's a lot of number ones on those charts. But there were like 2 songs who were on all the different greatest song charts I saw. And that was Stairway to Heaven with Led Zeppelin. And Here Comes the Sun with Beatles. So now you're gonna hear the greatest song ever. Because this is Darth Vader theme combined with Led Zeppelin and Beatles and Van Halen Jump. And in this song you're gonna hear some keyboards, because I can't play Jump without keyboards. So the keyboards have been recorded onto the loop station before I started, and some strings playing the Darth Vader theme. They are also pre-recorded, but everything else is going to be played right now on the bass with a bit of reverb, actually, onto the loop station. And now I'm going to play the best song ever in all kinds of charts and worlds. And I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have enjoyed this Kalles Cowbells. And check out the next one, which will be on YouTube in like 2 weeks. And write me if you have good ideas. Moin. The sun, do 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 do, and I'm buying a stairway to heaven. And here comes the sun, and it's alright. There's this lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. And here comes the sun, and it's alright. I got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Oh, that swell jump. Might as well jump. Might as well jump. Might as well jump. Kalles Cowbells. It's all over now. You can still write to me with the answers to the